All right, David McKinney here with Cody No Love Garbrandt fighting in the co-main event and the professional co-main event. And it sounds weird to talk about you as a professional fighter. I've known you basically since the beginning of your amateur career. 1-0 pro now. The first time we've seen you in a long time. Just talk a little bit about what kept you out of the cage and how excited you are to get back in there.
I'm really excited to get back in there. This long layoff due with some injuries that happened during training, and my last fight obviously broke my hand in the fight and required surgery. This long layoff is just refocus myself mentally and physically, let me rebuild myself. I'm at a higher weight, feeling really good, so I'm very excited to get back in there. Almost a year layoff. Right,
and I know that you said not only did you have the hand, but you had some other just nagging injuries. How does it feel to I know you took a little bit of time off just from training period, but how did it feel just to be able to get back in there as a stronger fighter? And maybe you didn't necessarily have those nagging injuries because the old adage is if you go into a fight 100%, then you didn't train hard enough. But maybe in this fight you're going to be a little bit closer to 100% than what you have been in the past.
Oh yeah, I felt close as 100% as you can. Like you said, you never go into a fight 100%. There's always something that during training camp that your body, you're human, so it happens. Injuries happen. You can't bypass them at all. So obviously go in there, but it's the closest 100% I'm going to be. I had the best camp I've ever had training. My whole wrestling career, fighting career. This is it. You're going to see the best Cody Garbrandt there is.
And speaking of your training camp, I know a big part of what your training camp was heading into this one was you took a trip out to Sacramento, train with Team Alpha Male, and Team Alpha Male is kind of it really is the Alpha Male camp for guys, basically 125 to 155, and that's right where you are. And just first off, tell us a little bit about what the training was like out there, training with guys like Uriah Faber, Lance Palmer, Joe Benavidez, T.J. Dillashaw, Chad Mendez. All guys ranked right around the top 10 in the world in their weight classes.
It was phenomenal. I've always have a high skill level, and being out there with those guys and training and seeing how they do it, really showed me where I'm at and where I'm going to be. My skill level was high. I competed with them guys. It's phenomenal just to see that you've been training so hard and you go out to the best gym in the world and you're right there with them. Right there with them every day. Training as far as sparring, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. You're in there and this grinding. It was an awesome experience. To go out there and just know. It's a confidence booster. Going into a fight that you trained your ass off for, that you're going to be in best shape that you can be, and so it was just a phenomenal training with all those guys. They helped me out so much. It took me out of their wing. Really super good dudes. Made it fun. Made it really fun to train, get out there three times a day. Bust our ass in those practices wherever it was we were doing, and then we'd kick it out after. We'd go down to Sacramento and just hang out and and just really enjoy the Cali life out there.
And I heard through the grapevine that you actually made a pretty good impression on a lot of those guys, mainly with your hands and anybody who's ever seen you fight. That's really not a surprise, and even more importantly, anybody who's ever seen you train knows that you're a guy who trains at a really high level, 100% pace, and you're really one of the guys that I've seen that I've always thought that highly of, and it's not surprising to me at least that you impressed a lot of top level UFC guys like that.
Yeah, I know. I just went out there and that was my goal, was to go out there and just show that I might be 1-0 and might be a younger fighter, but I'm hungry. I know my skill level.